that I've been thinking about in this house, where we have come from elections and we are like having so many people with so many issues, people who still don't believe that they lost elections. And I want our people to know and to understand that the situation the country is in after the post-election season that we are going through, our people need to understand that people are suffering out there. And people are tired of politics. People are tired of nonsensical dramas. And all the people want is people to now continue, the leaders to now work for them. It doesn't matter what party you are in. We need to understand that we now have to come together for the sake of our country. And I get irritated when I see some people who believe that being in the opposition is fighting everything that the government is doing. And my prayer is that we maybe work together. And especially as I bring in the issues of Kiambu, of the sale of illicit Mutembei in Kiambu that has destroyed our young people. I would want us to be looking into such issues as a house and trying to see how we can help the counties that are going through such problems. I'd also want us to come to a point where we also talk about the issues of mental wellness. We realize our people are killing one another every day. We realize that families are dying every day. Husbands killing wives and killing children and destroying their families. And I'm looking to a point where we would now need to be sitting together as Kenyan leaders and speak on behalf of our people and look into ways of how we can develop our centers for such things and looking into mental wellness. So that when we are able to help our people, we are seeing even people in the forces, in the police, in the army, killing one another, and these are the issues we need to address. And when we continue looking at these people, then we'll become of help to our people. I would also want to thank the people of Azimio so much. I realized yesterday that Baba decided to go to the people's, he became the people's leader and went to their parliament. And I thought this is the way to go, Madam Speaker. I thought of saying this is now where these people belong. Let him be there. Let him understand what people want out there. Let him tell us what we need to do to our people. Instead of fighting us, let them tell us what we are supposed to do. We do not have another country, and all of us need to stand for this country and stand for what is right regardless of where you are. So I would want to request our people that as we move on, let us now move on as a country. The other thing, I would want to thank our president so much because of the issue that he came up with of the removal of our people from CRB. You realize that there are some people who are just unable to pay their debts, and now that they are defaulters. But because of the economic situation in the country, they were not able to pay, and they were listed among and blacklisted with the people who never pay their debts, and they were outlined as defaulters. I thank the president so much for giving these people a second chance so that they can be able to get loans, and especially where I come from, our people believe in working for themselves and earning their own money. And so when they are given an opportunity where they can get some small loans and can be able to access instead of being blacklisted, I really want to thank the president so much because I have seen especially the boy child, young and the old, when they do not have money, then these are the people who are resorting into so many suicidal cases even in our county. And so I want to thank the president so much for giving this opportunity. I would also want to request the government to avoid the issues of borrowing locally so that they can also give our people the idea of trying to get money from the banks and also being assisted by the banks that are around to be able to get loans and be able to move on with their lives. So finally, Madam Speaker, I would just want to make this very one humble request in this house. I would just want to pray to our people and to request us to work as a team. My prayer is that we work as a team. I want to make a very humble prayer, a very, very humble prayer as a mother, as a wife and a citizen of this country, to our people in Azimio, to accept that the country has to move on and to accept that our president is none other than William Samoei Ruto, and that the country has to go on and we have to move on, and they need to believe and they need to live with that. So that as we continue working, they also need to give the president time to work. He's not a robot. It's only a month. They need to give our president a time to organize the country and to be able to move on. And last one but not least, I would also want to request, if we are able as a House to be able to give the CSS, I would also want to congratulate the President also for appointing Moses Kuria, Honorable Moses Kuria. And I want to pray that as we get into this moment, as I continue requesting us to continue working together, we request the likes of Moses Kuria when they get such an opportunity. Let our greatest request be that we get industries, manufacturing, and all what requires our young people to get job opportunities. We have so many young people outside there languishing in poverty, and they need to hear from us. So I would want to pray that as we support the President, let us support the cabinet that he is bringing in so that our people can be able to move on. And above all, let us have a cry for our young people who are jobless so that they can get an opportunity to be able to get a living. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. May God bless you, and God bless this House, and God bless Kenya. Thank you.
Member for Luanda.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. This is my very first time to speak in this August House, and probably it will be right to first and foremost declare my presence. My name is Dixon Maungu, newly elected Member of Parliament for Luanda. Madam